Well, we're delighted to say you've missed an incredible day's action. Please do try and catch up if you can. It's been wonderful. Stephen Jameson here with you alongside John Scales. We've witnessed some phenomenal games of football so far today. We should be in for another. It's Heathside School versus South Hunsley School in the Under-15s Schools Cup for Girls final. This is how Heathside line up. Rian Murad is in goal. Number 1, 2 is Rosanna Hallam, 3 Madison Hutton, 4 is Alice Fries. Captain is Ellen Munday. Wearing 6 is Alexandra Popper. 7 is Hannah Fraser-Brown. 8 Ella McClellan. 9 Megan Deegan. 10 is Anna Marie Jidzak. And 11 is Eve Calder. They're managed by Kirsty Elgin. As you see the two teams emerging from the tunnel. We'll run you through the visitors today. Officially, they are South Hunsley School. Number 1 is Georgia Cook in goal. 12 is Kate Huntington. 3 is Evie Brannigan. 4 Millie Chilcott. 5 Tabitha Wood. 2 is Mia Wyndham. 7 is Emily Greaves. 8 Jess Park, and she's the captain. Wearing 9 is Abby Hasty. 10 is Katie Colbert. And 11 is Tilly Oxley. They're managed by Jenny Lee.
In the white with the navy, we have South Hunsley School.
As the players go through the formalities ahead of kickoff, we'll take a look at the players in reserve. For Heathside, they have Charlotte Klass-Kirtley, Emmy Gregg, Lucy Cowie. And for South Hunsley, they've got Izzy Fawcett, Lauren Harris, Jess Dawson, Ace Kelly, Ellie Bentley, and Rhiannon Graves. John, we've just seen one of the best finals we've seen in a long time in this PlayStations Cup out on the pitch here at Pride Park. If this manages to follow it in any way, we're in for a cracker.
Yeah, well, we saw with the girls' final at lunchtime just the quality of girls' football and how it's developing, you know, from level to level each year. And I don't think we'll be surprised to see a match of high quality here again here. It's the final day of the first day of 3 days of fantastic festival of football, the English Schools FA PlayStation Festival. Fantastic setting here at the Pride Park, home of Derby County. The rains are back, the pitch is zipping about, the ball will zip about, but I'm sure the quality of the last game was exceptional. I'm excited to see this last game of today. And it's the Under-15 Schools Cup for girls. And two teams that are worthy to be out there on this pitch. The route through a long season to have this great opportunity to play on this fantastic pitch. So really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it should certainly be a good game. If anything is to go by from the previous girls match we had today, St Ivo versus Chesterfield, a stunning game which went all the way to penalties. Really, really good match indeed it was. You see a look at our match officials. Josh Smith is the referee, assisted by Anthony Ferguson and Phil Woodward. The fourth official is Mark Warren.
11 today will be Tilly Oxley.
So let's hope for a flying finish to day number 1 of this PlayStation Schools Cup Festival of Football here in Derby. It'll be number 6 for Heathside to get us underway. That's Alexandra Popper. Heathside playing in all blue, kicking from left to right as you look at it.
Number 16 today is Ellie Bentley.
The referee going through a final check of all the players.
Is the fabulous Jenny Lee.
And Alexandra Popper has been made to wait to take this kick-off. She's been anxiously doing that little step for about 30 seconds, and away we go.
So from left to right.
Ball straight through to the goalkeeper for South Hunsley. That's Georgia Cook.
Left to right we have.
And she clears away. Brought down in the midfield by Heathside. Well, 4 here for Popper. Looking to advance through. Maybe an early chance. It is an early chance. Should be an early goal. And it's a really good save from the goalkeeper. Georgia Cook called straight into action. Wonderful opportunity for Heathside School. And darting through, it was number 7, Hannah Fraser-Brown.
Well, it was a great bit of skill from Alexandra Popper, just releasing the ball. A little bit of skill on the outside. Fantastic save. Got to hand it to Georgia Cook in goal.
Yeah, sending it straight back in.
And Heathside's corner in the end goes to waste. South Hunsley can run this one out. Good feet by the number 6, that's Izzy Fawcett. Now this is Heathside back on the ball. Rosanna Hallam. Scrappy play, and can South Hunsley get on the end of this? Good pace down this right-hand side, really good pace from Jess Park. The skipper pulls it back, a slip in there is unfortunate, and Heathside will be able to clear, or will they? Bit of a slice, and they get away with it. South Hunsley back into the danger area. Popper hooks it round the corner. South Hunsley clear. It's a turn in the centre circle that was ill-advised, but Heathside get away with it. Escape with possession. A chance here for Evie Brannigan to break down the right. Swings in the cross, a good-looking ball towards Popper, and the goalkeeper took it at the second attempt.
Well, she needed to. She was under pressure, wasn't she? Heathside pushing on in these early stages of this game. Popper influential in the opening minutes.
Great feet from Jess Park. Skipper with a great run, and she keeps going. What a run this is. Does she fancy capping it off? Goes for goal, and saved by Brianne Murad. First touch of the ball for the Heathside goalkeeper.
It was worth an effort from Jess Park.
South Hunsley. Down the right. And that'll be a corner.
Yeah, stuck at it. It was a good little battle between the two of them. Neither was going to give an inch.
3-0 in their fourth, 9-0 in their sixth, and then finally getting through 8-2 against Allen School in the final round.
So a corner for South Hunsley. They've responded well to that early chance for Heathside. Whipped in towards the near post and cleared away by Heathside. Good ball as well. There's Popper, good first touch. Gets away from her marker. Options in the middle. Steps back onto her right, now out to her left. Lovely football from Heathside. Fraser Brown couldn't quite get the cross in. Really good recovery from South
Great challenge, wasn't it? Great challenge coming in.
It certainly was. And there's us. Certainly good to see you all.
Really.
Hope you're enjoying your game here today. It's been a wonderful festival of football. We've really enjoyed being with you since early on this morning. It's flown by as Heathside throw the ball into the area. Big 50-50 challenge. It might break through. Surely an offside there. It is indeed against Fraser Brown.
Yeah, just didn't quite get back on side, did she? Fraser Brown. But certainly, we've just been talking about Alexandra Popper. Did well to feed the ball out to Anna Fraser-Brown, and then that challenge came in, led to the corner. But they'll be happy with the way the game started, I think, Heathfield, from their perspective.
They certainly will. Looking very dangerous on the break in particular. Throw in for South Hunsley. Read well by Anna-Marie Jadic of Heathside. So Huntley lose the ball. And do make amends though. That's a clever bit of forward play from Abby Hasty. And South Huntley recycle and just try to work this one down their right-hand side. Again, good running from the captain. Jess Park gets to the byline. Cross goes in, it was a lovely ball, it'll come through to the far side. Steps onto her right foot, thinks about the shot, just skews it slightly. Not the best of clearances, and nearly profiting there. Coming in about 7 or 8 yards out.
Yeah, Ellen McLachlan just got herself in a bit of a problem there, didn't she, with the header. Now, that for me is the goalkeeper, a little shout. Nobody about. Just let it go, just let it go.
Yeah, Abby Hasty it was of South Hunsley who got herself in there. It's a difficult one to take. Looks like it should have actually been a corner.
That's good clearance in the end, wasn't it?
The defending was good, put her straight under pressure. Heathside get us back on the way down the left-hand side once again. And Ellen McClellan couldn't quite keep that one in. This is Emily Greaves, another captain, Park. Again, she's got a really quick turn of foot, dances through all of them, tugged back. Referee thought about playing the advantage, but then does check it back to the free kick. I'll tell you what, Jess Park can play.
Yeah. So far, the sort of outstanding player that catches your eye. She's going to take this free kick as well. She'll give this a real good go, I think. They really don't want to be conceding free kicks in these sort of areas just outside the box. Somebody as talented as this girl clearly is on the ball.
It is Park. Flight swan up. Just gone underneath it. So it'll be the number 8 for Heathside. That's
yeah, she just scooped that one. Just scooped it, didn't she? Just try to... You've got to hit it cleanly so you get that sort of dip on the ball rather than the drive.
Oh, goalkeeper nearly lost it. Wasn't offside in there against Hasty.
Yeah, and that's the danger for goalkeepers. We've said it time and time again today.
This drizzle has not stopped.
No, the drizzle hasn't stopped, but it's meant that this pitch is very dangerous for keepers. With the way that it just bounces in front of them, it skids through, the ball's wet, the handling at times has been vulnerable for all keepers. I think they've all suffered a little bit from it.
Did see in the last game probably our best goalkeeping performance in this competition so far.
Oh, well, don't, because I felt so bad about the player of the match. It was such a tough decision.
Probably our best outfield performance as well, it's worth pointing out.
I'm not going to sleep. I'm not going to sleep tonight. Still in turmoil at my decision. No. Anyway.
South Hunsley throw in. Helped on. Again, Park at the heart of things. Couldn't quite break through there, and a chance for Heathside to get themselves moving. This is Eve Calder on their right. In towards Popper. Tackled by Greaves. Hooked over the top by Hutton. Might still fall for Popper. She's sniffing around. It does. Helps it on over the top. Eventually, Heathside get it right down into the corner, and Southampton will have to field this. And she's done pretty well there, actually, the left back. Just
very casual, wasn't it?
Win a throw in. Yeah, very casual indeed. Did the trick, though.
Yeah, exactly what she's doing, of course.
And here is Aoife Brannigan, who knocks it down the line, but Heathside can float this one in towards Fraser Brown. A bit of a lack of communication there between the goalkeeper and the defender, and it was a good opportunity if Fraser Brown got in on the other side. It was Mia Wyndham and Georgia Cook who just weren't quite on the same page there.
It's a difficult one. The defender does exactly the right thing. Just flicks it on, clears the danger. It's always the keeper's call to come and get it. We mentioned it down the other end a few seconds ago.
You obviously played at the back in your heyday, John. What is that? Is that the right thing to do in that scenario? You had several famous characters behind you in goal at times with big...
Well, it depended. I had, let's just wait and see this. Yeah, I had all sorts of keepers. David James at Liverpool. You know, you sort of work with... I was going to say you work with what you've got. I'm sure he was trying to work with what he had in front of him. But you work with what you've got, because every keeper has different personality and different skills and attributes, and David James, in the early days, you know, was learning his game and used to sort of come and demolish every single defender in his way. And sometimes he would stay rooted to the spot. And so, yeah, it's unless you get a call from the keeper, and that's basically what I'm saying here. On the 2 instances we've seen, you've got to learn and develop at whatever age it is that you command as a keeper the box. That's your area. You come, you scream, you shout, you give instruction all the way, and defenders get used to that.
It's the old adage, isn't it? If in doubt.
Absolutely. First priority, clear danger. Don't dive in, don't, you know, stay on your feet until you absolutely have to, you know, commit yourself to a challenge. The same with the keeper. Come and be dominant, assertive. You won't always get it right, but if you're consistent with what you're doing, that's going to be more beneficial in the long term than sort of 1 minute doing one thing, the next minute doing another.
South Hunsley once again trying to work their way forward. Jess Park constantly battling away to win back possession. And that'll be a goal kick in the end to Heathside. It's Ella McClellan, the number 8, playing at centre-back for Heathside today. McClellan forward. See why she's on goal kicks. Popper, that's nice. Couldn't quite break free. Could Jadick. That's tidy from his side as they look to break down the right. How's your pace? Madison Hudson. It's good. Evie Brannigan trying to get back. It's a good cutback. There's Fraser Brown. Just missed a kick. It's an offside against Abby Hasty there up front. Just caught napping.
Oh, brilliant. Madison Hutton down that far right-hand side. Just here, you just want to have a bit more awareness to set the ball, get your touch, set it back for the shot. You can see just on the edge of the box there for Heathside. Ended up being what she was trying to do, just slipped, missed the ball properly. It took the referee's head off.
Yeah, I was going to say, the referee's reacted very, very sharply there to avoid contact. McClellan forward for Heathside. Important header had to be won by South Hunsley, and they can escape away down this right-hand side. Great run this from Tilly Oxley. Tried to pick out Park. That's a handball, I think.
Yep.
Against Eve Calder.
Well, Jess Park's taking up an interesting little position, isn't she? Just almost in the sort of a number 10 floating role. Advanced midfield, off the front 2. She's getting a lot of time and space. If they can keep feeding her the ball, then I think she's going to have a lot of joy in this match.
McClellan away. Nicely done. That's good covering work, though, from Emily Greaves, number 7 in the part of the South Hunsley midfield. South Hunsley head clear. Mia Wyndham is the right back for South Hunsley. There she is. She's got some defending to do here against Popper, who's beaten her to it. And Popper advancing into the area here, pulls it back beautifully. Shot comes in just over the bar. Ellen McClellan at the base of the midfield, drove forward. And she'll be disappointed not to hit the target there. She's got a lovely clean strike on it.
Well, she did have a really good strike on it. She does everything right, apart from just lifting it up and too high. She knows it. She turns away.
Yeah, perfect angle there.
She's got a really good strike, good contact. Just couldn't hit the target. But another good move from Heathside.
Here come South Hunsley. Hasty looking to escape the attentions of Ellen Monday. Back come Heathside, and that's tidy. This is Fraser Brown.
Oh, great tackle
from Millie Chilcott, really good.
Great challenge. And again, Alexandra Popper showing the value to this team. Very quick to release the ball into the space. Here she is again.
It's a nice little turn, you know. It might still break here for McClellan, who did get there first. Referee signals for a corner. Players seem a little bit confused by that.
Well, I think we'll see that he probably got it right. That was my initial reaction off the knee, yeah.
Second corner of the game for Heathside. Taken by the number 10, Anne-Marie Jadek. Swings it in. Popper trying to get on the end of it. Feeds it back out to Jadek. Back in it goes. Again, Popper was the target. Looked back into the danger area. Brannigan away. McClellan underneath it. Breaks for South Hunsley. Space on this near side if Park can turn. Hasty. Park with a lovely little bit of skill. Greaves couldn't quite work it out to the South Hunsley right. And here comes Heathside. Popper rides the challenge. This is Fraser Brown in towards the far post. Over one, but retrieving it is Hutton. Swings in the cross, and good goalkeeping from Kirk. Safe hands.
Yeah, the cross just needed to be pulled back into that area between the goalkeeper and the defenders. Too close to the keeper. Easy one for Georgia Cook to pick up. Oh, it's all Heathside, isn't it?
It certainly is. Here comes Jadek, takes a shot outside the right foot. Audacious effort.
Yeah, and again, it's worth a crack from that distance. They can't really get out, can they, South Hunsley?
And that will help them, though. Popper penalised.
Well, they just need a breather. They just can't really sort of get the ball down and get any really good possession. Always being closed down, always getting these second balls, aren't they, Heathside?
It's good work from Hallam. McClellan. Long and forward. Evie Brannigan doesn't really deal with it. Fraser Brown keeps it alive. Wyndham wins the header. Then Chilcott's across and clears the danger.
Yeah, again, just got to keep defending, clearing the box, ride out this sort of storm, if you like. Keep their concentration.
Throw will be taken by Hannah Fraser-Brown. Great touch from Popper. Good skill as well. Wyndham with her every single step of the way. Fraser-Brown tried to get it in. And South Hunsley again survive.
Yeah, that's all fine at the moment.
Jadek steps away from one. Into the box it goes, and a chance there, the header goes in. Wasn't quite what Eve Calder was looking for. It was lovely play from Jadek to pick her out.
Yeah, it wasn't much Eve Calder could do with that one. We'll try and chest it and maybe bring it down and finish. Don't think she had enough pace on the ball to be able to head it on and trouble the keeper, but limited options.
We'll take a little look at the coaches down below us. We're going to have our game's first substitute down below us.
It's Amy Gregg, is it, coming on?
It is indeed. And it's Hannah Fraser-Brown who departs.
Coming onto the pitch, Amy Gregg.
And making way is number 7.
Big smile on the face of Amy Gregg as well, which is nice to see.
Yeah, I thought Fraser Brown has done well in that advanced position that she's taken up. Wouldn't be surprised to see her again in this game.
This is Park. Dispossessed, Calder. Park battles to bring it back. She's been the driving force for South Hunsley. And there she is, driving straight through the heart of the defence. Wonderful footwork from Park. Just held up by McClellan. This is Greaves. Option available to her right. Wyndham, loose. South Hunsley keep it. Battling the number 10s, which is won by Cubbett of South Hunsley. Calder, who seems to have moved into the middle of the front three. This is Popper on the right. Put away by Chilcott. Greaves dispossessed by McClellan all too easily. McClellan tries to dink it through. Again, Chilcott's there. She's had a great game so far.
She has.
Jadek away. Popper. Space for Hutton. Chilcott misses that one, but Wood didn't. Might still come to substitute Gregg. Wyndham does well. And South Hunsley can run this clear. Park wants it down the line. Just slightly overran it. Did Tilly Oxley. Jadek goes long. It might still fall here for Popper. It does. Looks for Calder. Nearly breaks. That final pass just lacking at the minute for Heathside.
Yeah, it is. They got themselves in some good positions in that final third, and then not quite making the best decisions, I suppose you'd call, when they approach the box. So far, so good for South Hunsley, but they're going to have to start to try and assert themselves in periods of this game. Here's an opportunity.
Here's Park trying to burst through again. Really entertaining player to watch. Jadek, tackled by Greaves, is a good one. It'll fall for Park here. A roaming roll, takes it beautifully first time, and looks to poke it through to Hasty. Good defending in the end from Ellen Monday, the Heathside skipper, and helped out over on the far side by the number 9 for Heathside, Megan Deegan. And you get the sense that if anything's going to happen for South Hunsley, it's going to come from the boots of Jess Park. A real creative influence in their attacking third. Hasty again working hard. Clearance is a iffy one, to say the least, and the catch wasn't too much better either. Eventually, Rhian Murad gets her hands on it. A bit of a hairy moment in the defence there for Heathside.
Yeah, it was. It's the last thing you want to do is spill the ball and gift an opportunity to the opposition, especially when you've been in the ascendancy like you have.
Great turn from Calder. Hasty looked offside and was.
Yeah, just coming back. A bit lazy. Coming back in. Just back four from South Hunsley, just sitting off their strikers a little bit too much, making Heathside.
You see the kicking technique of Rhian Murad. Slightly unorthodox. Going with right to right. And South Hunsley here looking to counter again. Abby Hasty just caught with her back to the ball. Jadek, that's a glorious first-time ball. Really well cut out by Oxley. Gregg beaten to it again by Tilly Oxley, did well. Hallam down the line. She'll try again.
Yep.
As McClellan looks to burst through. Good feet from McClellan. Might get the chance to shoot. She does. It's deflected. Needs to be cleared by Brannigan. And is. Jess Park is the recipient of said clearance. Played 25 minutes of the first half, of which there will be 40 in Emily Greaves dispossessed by Hallam, that's nice. And South Hunsley in the end get it back under control, and Wyndham can clear. And as far as Gregg, looks it forward through everyone. No Heathside player on the end of it. Cole lets it run to Gregg. Dispossessed by Oxley. He can drive forward, and his options ahead of her. That might break through to Hasty now. Battle of pace, and Hasty's going to win it. Goes round the goalkeeper. Open goal for Abby Hasty. It goes wide. And the game's best opportunity goes begging. She did everything right until the finish.
She did, and you knew she was going to win the race from very, very early on. Once the keeper had committed herself, it's really all a question of whether she's going to be able to hit the target or not. She doesn't. What a glorious opportunity it was.
Well, there's a real fillip for this South Hunsley attack. They've been forced to feed off scraps for the most part in this first half. But they broke through very, very easily there. And Abby Hasty will not be deterred by that.
Well, I think it's a clue as to what the tactic needs to be from South Hunsley, is that because they're being pressed back, that it allows Heathside to push up and leaves great acres of space behind them. And I think they've got to be looking at every opportunity for that ball over the top. There's a lovely little touch around the keeper. That's right, that's good. Have a little look where the goal is, and then it's all about being able to execute the finish.
Very promising young player, number 8, the South Hunsley Jess Park, captaining today.
Agonisingly wide for South Hunsley and for Abby Hasty.
Trying to rally a team as we
So yeah, Heathside throw meanwhile here at Pride Park. Taken by Amy Gregg. Flick on by Jadek, and then it's going to be a third Heathside corner. To be taken by Anne-Maria Jadek into the near post. Keeper gets something on it.
Yeah, it's good delivery. It's not bad. Just maybe have a couple of Heathside players at the near post. Or just have a little bit of movement. Somebody coming in at the far post if it goes through everybody. Just move the ball, I was going to say. Put it back to where you had the joy with last time.
Corner will be taken again by Anna-Maria Jadek in towards that near post. Popper couldn't quite get on the end of it this time around. Jadek beats Greaves to it. Hallam forward. And breaking clear here are South Hunsley. Jess Park, after good work from Fawcett.
Jess Park driving forward now for South Hunsley.
She's got great feet, and that's, just as I say that, the one time they evade her, Fawcett forward. Hasty gets there first, wants a free kick. Referee not interested. That's a good looking ball at the top, but Popper is offside.
Yeah, good refereeing, takes it back for the free kick of the foul. Popper was just offside in the middle. Yeah, it's Jess Park, you can see, sort of wants to make things happen. Sometimes tempted to overplay, but that's understandable.
So McClellan with the free kick. Flicked forward, and Heathside will give chase to this. And taking the safe option, Evie Brannigan concedes a throw. Be Hudson on the far side to take this as we look at it. Near side for you. Park, good again. Greaves can burst forward now, and there's players up here for South Hunsley if they can work this. Park wants to turn twice. Feeds into the path of her midfield partner, Cubbett. The pass is loose, and that was a good chance to break there for South Hunsley. Ball forward, referee gives the handball against Tabitha Wood.
Yeah, Leighton just thinking again, South Hunsley on the break there. If they can just look to release that ball as early as they can. I think it's got to be sort of smash and grab, if you like, sort of tactic in these stages of the game. Try and break down Heathfield, who've got the numbers there, but there is the space, and they've got to work that out. That's for another day. But Ella McClellan, is it on the ball? Drive this one in.
Will be McClellan to take. Towards the top corner, Cook had to save that. Carries it out for a corner. Heathside's fourth of the match. But Ella McClellan always backs herself. From distance. And you just have to watch that every step of the way, just to claw it away. Safe goalkeeping. Swung in and cleared away by Park. Not full kindly here for South Hunsley. Couldn't quite escape, though could Izzy Fawcett. Throw-in taken by Brannigan. McClellan cushioned into the path of Zadic. Over the top looking for Calder. Keeper comes. Leads with one hand. Very relaxed, and it falls here for Calder. Open goal, deflected. It'll go wide for a corner.
Oh, well, what a vital interception in the end from Kate Huntington, was it? I think the fullback, number 2, you'll see here, keeper getting herself in all sorts of problems.
Really nonchalant goalkeeping from Georgia Cook.
And then here it is, open goal. Look at this for a vital interception.
Mia Wyndham.
Crucial.
Super defending. That was certainly a block which had to be made. Fifth corner of the game for Heathside. Floated into the middle. Cook that time a little bit more decisive. And Park clears. Abby Hasty, that's clever. Greaves has made a run ahead of Oxley here. And South Hunsley have players advanced. This is Jess Park leading the charge. Skips by McClellan. Skips by another. Park needs options. Can't get around Deegan, wins a side of corner. Just feel there, John, as if she had to release that a little bit earlier.
Well, that's it. Just a replay of this incident there. Touch the ball, then fall on the ball. Make sure you've got it. She just fumbled about for too long. And
Jones said she didn't know Calder was directly behind her.
Well,
the entire time.
She needs a shout. She needs a call. It's her area. She's got to get on the ball as quickly as she can.
Tilly Oxley will take this corner into the near post. McClellan away. Falls here for Park. Gets onto a favoured right foot. Struck the shot. It's sliced. It might still fall here for South Hunsley. It doesn't quite. Just felt like it was opening up there.
Well, it was. She had a perfect first touch. Just lifted it over the defender. Just here. A little touch over. Brilliant. Sets herself up. Fantastic. And then it's neither a half volley or a normal volley. Very difficult technique to try and get your body perfectly onto the ball to strike it on target.
Yeah, McClellan put her under a lot of pressure as well.
If she could have got to that half volley sooner, got to it. Great touch. But yes, going back, I think, you know, as I've said, this first half, they've got to be looking to release the ball a little bit earlier. She's sort of caught between two decisions, isn't she, at times, Jess Park, whether to sort of give it a go herself, knowing she's got the skill, or really to release the ball and turn this Heathside defence.
And Heathside on the attack here with Hutton and Popper with some very tidy play, but South Hunsley win it back, and again from Park is brilliant. Abby Hasty in support, uses her this time. Hasty miscontrols. South Hunsley win it back. Greaves. Tilly Oxley takes over. Handball by Zadic. Touch harsh, I feel.
It's a clear handball, I think. No denying that.
It's a free kick. By the way, despite mine and John's little disagreement, John is the man in the right. according to the referee. Taken in towards Abby Hasty and cleared away. Amy Gregg will complete the clearance. Mia Wyndham puts her foot on the ball. Greaves will keep this in. Good pace from Emily Greaves. How's the cross? Not a bad ball.
No, not a bad ball at all.
Corner.
And on a couple of occasions, it's my other little grumble so far is not enough people at the near post. From corners, certainly, and from that cross. They're not going to really dig it out to the far post, so get a couple of players on that near post, getting across the defender.
Yeah, it's just about having
things happen, isn't it?
It's about having that awareness that the power necessary to reach the far post isn't in these players. Attack the near post.
Yeah.
Substitution being made for Heathside. This is Charlotte Class-Kirtley making her way onto the field to replace Amy Gregg. Corner will be taken short. This is a little bit like what we mentioned here, John. This is maybe a little bit more wise. Park gets it from the short and will run directly at the defender. Beats Jadick with quite a bit of ease. Oh, what a stunning goal! What a stunning goal! Jess Park, the captain, with a wonderful piece of individual brilliance. She's threatened that all first half, and 3 minutes before the break, she has delivered big time. 1-0 South Hunsley.
Look how delighted she is, and may well she be. A very clever little corner.
Look at this wonderful goal from Jess Park.
Yeah, it's a really acute angle, isn't it? Keeper thinks she's got the near post covered, doesn't know whether she's going to cut it back for somebody to have a shot. She's got to cover that near post ideally.
Yeah, I think the keeper was...
But fantastic finish, wasn't it?
Certainly caught out. Ria Murad, she was expecting the cross, didn't quite adjust, and Jess Park spotted that gap. Didn't she take it well? Ellen's clearance from the free kick isn't the greatest. Hasty can look to make something of it. Cubbett. That's great play from Hudson. Brannigan piles into the challenge. Hudson gets it past her. It'll be a throw in Heathside's way. One sec. McClellan. That's a foul.
It's a foul.
About as obvious a foul as you're ever going to see on Ellen McClellan there. Here we go, the goal from the reverse end of the pitch. You can just see it. The space she was allowed to run into wasn't closed quick enough.
Yeah, they're all slow to react. And that's a classic example, isn't it, of, hey...
Look at the two defenders there from centre-back, both running to each other. That goal meant a lot to South Hunsley. You can tell by the reaction, not just from the players, but the fans here at Pride Park as well. They celebrated that goal like it was the winner. You never know, it might well could be. Well, McClellan has gone for goal from the full 40 yards.
Yeah, you can't underestimate what's at stake for these girls. To win a national final really is superb. Opportunity to come away from this superb stadium with some silverware, end of a long season.
Have 1 minute added on at the end of the first half. Cook away, only as far as Popper. He just faded in influence as the half's worn on. Started very, very well. Stood up by Brannigan. Deegan. Popper's touch was a little bit loose there, and again, this is South Hunsley looking to break with Fawcett.
Well, they're not closing down at the same intensity, are they, Heathside, as they were in the opening stage of the game, and they were making things happening, reacting off.
Hasty's offside from the pass from Park.
Not for the first time. Just trying to urge her teammates forward. Ellen McClellan.
Takes long. Over the head of two and all the way through to the goalkeeper, Georgia Cook. And that will do us for the first half here at Pride Park. 1-0 to South Hunsley School at the break. Courtesy of a fabulous individual goal from their skipper, Jess Park. After 40 minutes, it is the team in white who lead the way. at the home of Derby County, it feels somewhat fitting.
Well, there we are. South Hunsley, 1 goal to the good. Thanks to a wonderful finish from their captain, Jess Park.
So let's take a look back at the highlights from the first half. And this was the main one. How about this from Jess Park? Gets better every time you watch it, doesn't it?
Well, it does. It just shows you that little touch, change things up, rather than trying to hit the ball over into the classic corner. Here she is. She's only got one thing on her mind, you can see it. But it's a superb strike with the left foot for the goal itself. But it's just the way she grabs the game by the scruff of the neck, and she's tried it on many, many occasions. She's looked the brightest, liveliest player out on the pitch. She gets her just rewards from really wanting to assert herself on the game. There's the two centre-halves you were talking about, coming together and embrace it, celebrate the breakthrough. Jess Park sliding down, great celebration.
Yeah, you just see there how much it means to these girls from South Hunsley. Can they hold on? We'll find out. The second half is with you very shortly from Pride Park. Second half of this Under-15 Schools Cup for Girls final. Heathside versus South Hunsley. The team in white with the goal scorer kicking us off for the second half, playing from left to right as you look at it. She was superb in the first half. Can she repeat the performance in the second? Ali Hasty quickly jinking past her marker.
And we're back off in the second half of this tie between Heathside School.
And that's Tilly Oxley straight back into the fray as well. South Hunsley have started very quickly at the start of the second half. It's Jess Park quickly back onto her left.
Can they score another, or can Heathside bring it back?
Oxley brings her team the corner. It's a good start to the second half from South Hunsley, starting exactly as they finished the first.
Yeah, and it's amazing how that sets the tone for the players on the pitch. You know, if you start positively the second half, you come out, look at them all. They're all down in that Heathside half in the box. Pressure's on them, straight on the front foot. And it's just the message that any coach would say to any team. Don't allow your opponents to get any sort of momentum behind them. Keep the pressure on.
It'll be Oxley to swing this in. Two players in the near post gathered for South Hunsley. It's drilled in low. It's one off the training ground, I feel. Wyndham couldn't quite get on the end of it. Returns itself to the corner taker eventually. Tilly Oxley. This is Wyndham again. Tight little ball into Greaves, but she's dispossessed by McClellan. Good ball there. And bursting forward is Jadek, and all of a sudden it's 2-on-1. Jadek pokes it through. Coming through is Calder, and Chilcott over on the cover. Terrific defending from Millie Chilcott after a brilliant break involving Alexandra Popper and Anna Maria Jadek. And Calder couldn't quite get on the end of it. It's a good recovery from Heathside after a slightly iffy start to the second half.
Yeah, well, a little glimmer there of the potential that this side has to get back in the game. And that's where things are going to come from, you feel, from both sides' perspective, is those breaks forward when they gain possession back.
She gets the break as well, takes a shot on. That's comfortably dealt with by Cook.
But it was good break from Popper and Gizik.
Hallam defending well for Heathside under pressure from Hasty. pause in play here as Wyndham
Did you manage to get one?
tries to get it forward for South Hunsley. Abby Hasty putting the pressure on. And she wins her team a throw. That's Cubitt battling away with Shadik. Nicely done from Park again. Cubitt loses out this time. And that's beautifully taken into the stride of Alexandra Pop-Up, surging forward. Millie Chilcott again stands in her way, and that's again brilliant defending from Millie Chilcott, not for the first time in this game. She's been absolutely excellent. Chance over Hasty to run, couldn't quite get past the challenge of Alice Fries of Heathside. McClellan looking for Calder, races on. And it's won by Aoife Brannigan. Turn from Anna Maria Shadik is a good one. She's immediately tackled by Greaves, and then Shadik was late.
Yeah, that was a late challenge. Should have been a free kick, shouldn't it?
Looking right out the referee. Decided against making a decision, and this is Fawcett trying to knock it over the top towards Hasty. Fries eventually got it away. McClellan under pressure from Fawcett, who does really well. And McClellan clears. So slightly iffy clearance from Calder, from Brannigan I should say, into the path of Calder, who couldn't quite make something of it. This is Hutton, throw into Heathside.
Yeah, another change.
Yeah, it's going to be the number 10 for South Hunsley. That's Katie Cubitt. And it's Ellie Bentley replacing her. Very popular player in the crowd here, apparently, for South Hunsley, who are being very noisy down on the pitch side. Must be fantastic for these players to play in front of their friends on such a big stage. They're getting a lot of backing.
It's great fun, isn't it? Great experience for them.
Heathside, though, looking to spoil the party a touch. Good defending from Tabitha Wood to concede the corner. Heathside's 6th corner of the game. Yet to make one count. Heathside 0, South Hunsley 1.
Yeah, I think these days out with the school supporting your classmates and everything else is sort of often overlooked. I think it's so invaluable for the girls. Great experience for everybody involved.
That's Ellie Bentley trying to get her first touch of the ball. Flew into a challenge from the far bigger McClellan. Diminutive figure of Bentley up against the tall midfielder McClellan. Bit of a physical mismatch, but she gave her everything.
Well, it's always good seeing people following in as well, isn't it? On, you know, you've got to follow in these shots on target. You never know whether the goalkeeper's going to fumble it or not. Put her under pressure.
We had a moment like that in the first half, didn't we? Where
yeah.
Eve Calder nearly profited from a Cook error. McClellan returns the kick from Cook with interest. Popper can't get away. Good play by Bentley. Greaves can't escape. And now a break is on. Calder. Hutton outside her. Calder might go all the way. Squeezes it through. She will go all the way. Well, no, it's Hutton! Oh. Heathside level. What a magnificent run from Eve Calder, who did all the work. And Hutton coming in on the right-hand side to finish. Looks like Eve Calder's a little bit ticked off that it's not her name up in lights, but it certainly was for this run. It was superb play. Through the defence she went. Brilliant play.
No, I think she has a little word with her on the way through. That's mine. And then she's not happy, but then it's in the back of the net. She'll be happy at the end of the game if that's a crucial goal that takes them towards or helps them towards the title.
I tell you what that reminds me of, John. Michael Owen's breakthrough goal.
Yeah.
World Cup 98. Paul Scholes coming through on his right-hand side. Eve Cole is Michael Owen in that scenario, by the way.
Yeah.
Hutton's steamed in and finished it off for her.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Thank goodness she scored, by the way.
Oh,
Because we could have had an instant on the pitch there.
Never mind Owen in goal. We could be looking at Dyer and Bowyer if Hutton had missed that one.
Yeah.
But either way, it is Heathside 1, South Hunsley 1. And that is all that matters to these girls, I'm sure. That's wonderful play by Anna-Marie Jadic. Gets past 2. Heathside turning on the style. Players in the middle to go for. And there's Jess Park back there to sweep up. And she does so even despite slipping. Terrific play. Ellie Bentley. McClellan at her back. Bullies her out of it. Pop up. McClellan. Forward it goes over the top. Cook is safe hands this time.
Nice game on, isn't it? This is a tough one to call. Who's going to come out on top in this game?
Calder helps it forward to Hudson. Best of friends again.
It's like they've got the wind in the sails now, haven't they? Definitely. Heathside. I think they can sort of sense blood.
Let's have another look at this. Wonderful goal then from Heathside. All started with McClellan's clever ball, and it's all about the run from Eve Calder. It really is. She had the option to the right, used Hutton as a decoy.
She
and
did.
Super skill to go through 2 players. Really cleverly done. And to be fair to Hudson, it is a wonderful finish into the roof
Yes,
of the net.
I can't help but look at the reaction. It's a brilliant finish. Oh, Eve Calder, that lovely moment, wasn't it, of don't you dare ever do that again.
South Hunsley trying to get it away. They can't get it out at the moment. Eastside really with the wind in their sails. Eastside throw coming up in a moment. Here we go. She was not happy. There's the shot of the Heathside bench. Throw in to South Hunsley. You need to find a way up the pitch. And Cole looking to get on the end of it once more. That time Millie Chilcott was alert to it. Deegan just missed it, now can force it profit. Not quite well recovered from Deegan, but Jess Park predictably was straight on it. Gliding past 2, past 3, past 4. What a run from Jess Park. Goes for goal!
Oh,
What a stunner! Well, if you thought her first was good, take a look at that one. What a goal from the skipper. Against the run of play, restores the goal advantage.
well, fully 25 yards. Keeper's got no chance. To be fair to her, it's dispatched in the bottom corner. But ample opportunities to try and get the tackle in here. She goes past probably 3 or 4 players and then really has one thing on her mind. Low, hard, and beat the keeper down to her right. Fantastic goal. Worthy of winning any football match.
It might well turn out to be. Still a long way to go, of course, in this one. Nearly a full half an hour. Seen 2 goals at the start of this second half. Stunning goal.
No, that really was a joy to watch. Poetry in motion. She's been great running with the ball, Jess Park, throughout this game.
What a perfect way to respond as well, because as we've noticed, since the Heathside goal, they've been massively on top. There's ways to relieve pressure, and that's probably just about the best way to do it. Here she goes again. Jess Park, hasty in support. Tried to do it all herself. That time, Heathside deal with it. Take a look at this. Pass 1 challenge, pass 2.
Takes out
3
the third players out there.
And then takes another one out of the game as well. So easily. And she's clever here because Murad has had to run across the goal as Parker's done so and just catches her out on her back foot. Super finish. Second fantastic goal. And Jess Park's on a hat-trick. Heathside having done the hard work of getting the goal back. Now have to do it all again. McClellan clears the lines from the goal kick. Forward by Freeze. This is to the Oxley. Loses out. Here's Popper. Wonderful feed. And what a really important challenge that was from Wyndham. Calder wide to Hutton. Tackle was a good one from Brannigan.
Yeah, they had a good opportunity down this right-hand side there. Give the give and go.
Calder finds Brannigan. Oh, sorry, Hutton again. Swings in the cross. Cleared away from Popper. Takes it down well. And a good bit of defending from Tabitha Wood. South Hunsley might have to do a fair bit of this in the remaining 25 minutes or so. Tabitha Wood, that's a good looking ball. Abby Hasty on her way. Fancies herself. Good pace from Hasty. Holds it up well, needs an option now, that's a clever turn. Ellie Bentley, just challenged really well by Hallam. And she manages to clear. But South Hunsley are up the pitch. Just to relieve that spell of pressure, and Greaves slips at the worst possible time. Forward towards Calder. Brannigan gets there first, does really well to do so as well. She's worked really hard at left back.
Yeah, she has, she's done well. No, they just look like they've got a little bit more energy at the moment, don't they, South Hunsley? That second goal for Jess Park has restored their confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, she really has led by example, the skipper. Might fall through here, it does. Chance! Fraser Brown scuffs the shot a touch. Didn't really get a hold of it.
No.
Back on by Hasty. Jess Park is interested. Captain Alamande goes back to the goalkeeper, and it's a slip, and Park could be in again for the hat-trick. It must be, and is. Horrible moment for Rian Murad, and a wonderful moment for Jess Park, who completes her hat-trick, and South Hunsley lead by 3 goals to 1.
It's a horrible moment for the goalkeeper. But you've got to give credit to Jess for the way that she followed it up. Said it time and time again today, just how important it's been that players have really chased down the keepers, the defenders. Not too much wrong here. Got to have a touch really out of your feet. Awkward one at the wrong angle. But ultimately, that's all about Jess Park being alert, alive, and it's been from the first whistle. As soon as this game started, she's been at it, and she's been the catalyst for everything good about this South Hunsley lead that's been established.
2 goals of wonderful individual brilliance. That one, a pure poacher's goal. They all count. Look at that scoreline, 3-1 to South Hunsley. Heathside have it all to do. Big ask now for the team in blue to come back from this. They still have time on their side, but it is starting to run out. 22 and a bit minutes to go. Park, that's brilliant. Curls it crossing towards Abby Hasty. Touch is good, even better there. Shot comes in!
Oh, brilliant.
And Abby Hasty might just have taken the game away from Heathside. Brilliant finish. Park, who else to provide it? But Abby Hasty gets in on the act with a quite wonderful goal. The touch was superb, the composure Utterly magnificent. Heathside 1, South Hunsley 4. And nothing the goalkeeper could do about that.
Well, you mentioned everything good about that. The pass, the vision there. But this touch is everything. Under control, composure to get it back onto her right foot. And a brilliant dispatch past the hapless Murad. Couldn't do anything about that one. To be fair, couldn't do much about many other ones. Just that one slip she'll be disappointed with, but otherwise South Hunsley really got themselves in the ascendancy in this game. Are they on their way to lift that trophy? Certainly looks like it.
Jess Dawson and Kate Huntington have joined us from South Hunsley from the bench. And a real opportunity now for South Hunsley to see this out. At 4-1, they should be able to do it. 3-1, you get the sense, John, that Heathside was still in it, but 4-1 might just be a mountain too big to climb. Up and down the line for Calder to chase. There's the touch which made it. Wonderful bit of composure to put herself back on her right foot. And as the floodlights have come on at Pride Park, it's been Jess Park in particular who's lit up this stadium. Abby Hasty certainly got in on the act here.
Great strike. Really sweet strike, wasn't it? Brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely no chance for the goalkeeper on that occasion. And South Hunsley have had to build this on a solid base. They've spent a lot of the game defending and having to work really hard in the back to create the moments. Ify Brannigan with the throw for South Hunsley. Abby Hasty battling away. Alan McClellan clears her lines.
Well, it's going to be very difficult, isn't it, for Heathside to get anything back into this game. South Hunsley got 4 at the back, 1 sitting in front of the back 4.
And put out a play emphatically by the South Hunsley defender there. The Heathside defender, I should say. Brannigan's throw. Tidy from McClellan. Ball over the top for Calder and Popper to have a run at. Throw it into South Hunsley. This is Mia Wyndham who takes it. McClellan snaps into a challenge. She's worked really hard in that midfield.
Yes, she has.
Often with not a lot of reward. Here's Jess Park again, taking it to Heathside, taking it all the way to Heathside. It might still fall here for Abby Hasty. It very nearly did. Fraser Brown defended it well. Ellie Bentley brings it under. Wyndham. Hasty lets it run. Park again, trying to get it in on it. She's protesting that her shirt was being pulled.
Yeah, I didn't see
One
too
way of
much.
stopping her.
Yeah, I was going to say I didn't see too much wrong with that.
It's tidily done again by McClellan. Jadick, great
lovely.
feed. And still. It's blocked by Jadick. Heathside will recover this. Good ball down the line as well. Jadick keeps it alive. Great feed, but Brannigan stuck with her the whole way.
She's played really well.
Very uncomplicated defender is Brannigan, isn't she?
Yeah, she is.
Just does the simple things well.
Jadick has done very, very well. When she's had the ball, she's used it well. She's shown what good skills she's got. There was that moment when, was it Alexandra Popper, when they had that chance in the second half where they went through together, and you just thought, you know, they're going to rue that sort of missed opportunity. Unfortunately, it looks like they may well be.
Yeah, it's a foul on Ellie Bentley. No doubt about that. The referee may have a word here with Hallam. Not a huge amount of that Hallam could do about that. Just got beaten to the ball.
Yeah.
Hasty flicks it on. Park again, an interested party. Brannigan lets that one run through. Millie Chilcott, who's also been excellent at the back for South Hunsley.
Well done.
Gets the ball calmly away to Brannigan. Oxley in central midfield now for South Hunsley. It's Jess Dawson, who's felled on the left wing. Just see a glimpse there in the background of Steph Horton, England captain. Won the FA Cup on Sunday with Manchester City. A terrific performance. And the Stars have been out here at the PlayStation Schools Cup, as they usually are. We had Tom Davies of Everton, one of the young sensations in the Premier League this season, presenting medals earlier on this afternoon as well.
He's had a great breakthrough season, hasn't he?
Means a lot, I think, to the players as well. Not only did they get their big day out at a big stadium and a proper pitch with their, you know, their friends and family cheering them on, but they also get a sense of occasion with the Stars been out for them as well.
Well, I just think it's fantastic for them to see them, that they're out here supporting, that they acknowledge and recognise, just even at this level, just how important it is and how inspirational, influential in young players' careers it can be. Or in their lives. That's the beauty of sport, isn't it? Some of these will go on and really have a career in sport, some absolutely not, but the lessons learned are invaluable.
It's beautifully done by Fraser Brown. Just couldn't quite wrap her foot around the shot. Really smart touch to carry her through and make the chance. Great pace as well.
Yeah, just sets herself, just can't get her foot wrapped around it. Again, we've seen that time and time again. You've got to aim for that far post, so you really try and cut it back rather than going on target. It's the focus and the concentration. We saw it in one of the previous game. You know, a striker who knows what it's all about. Pull it back across goal.
Lucy Cowie has made her entrance for Heathside. There's her right there. And at the minute, South Hunsley are back in possession. And the game has just got a touch easier for them. The impetus really taken out of the game by that fourth goal. And here goes Jess Park again. Just slips, attempting one trick too many. Can't have a perfect game, can you? Will be Hasty battling away, as she's done so well this evening. Couldn't quite pick out Park there. It's Tilly Oxley, why not? Squirts wide in the end.
Yeah.
It was ambitious.
To say the least, wasn't it? There she is.
Such is the confidence running through this South Hunsley side. Willing to try just about everything.
Yeah,
Maybe another change.
Substitution.
Amy Gregg, who's going to re-enter the proceedings. Take a look at the strike from...
Long way out, isn't it?
Hannah Fraser-Brown departing there to make way for Amy Gregg. Those two have rotated on the left wing throughout this game. Alan McClellan long up the pitch, one in the air by Oxley. Park loses possession this time. McClellan. It's nicely played by Jadik, and here comes Calder. Millie Chilcott really hasn't let a lot past her in this game.
She hasn't. Great play again, read the situation very well. Came across at perfect timing.
There's the South Hunsley bench, who can be pretty pleased with their evening's work. And here comes Hasty. Well tackled by Heathside. And that spate of, 3 goals in, 5 or 6 minutes has really killed this game as a sort of contest, really. It was very, very even. Heathside, don't forget, started the second half by far and away the better side.
Yeah.
Just shows
That's
how
why
much
it's so important, isn't it, to stay in the game. Even at 3-1, you're still in the game. 4-1, this sort of game's really gone from beyond you, hasn't it? But you've got to guard every moment you can. Is that not bad? Look, he's there again on the edge of the box, arriving. But stay in the game, because you're going to get chances. To be fair, they haven't taken their chances, and they've just run out of steam. They look like a defeated side, almost as if they're going through the motions at the moment. Very difficult. South Hunsley with their tails up, and they're real buzzing, aren't they? And just the energy that brings.
A substitute here for South Hunsley, making her about is Ace Kelly, number 15.
Ace Kelly, what a great name.
No relation to Grace, I've been told.
Don't she take a goal well?
That's nicely read by Oxley. There she is again. She's had a very good game as well. Finds a skipper, Park. And Park will get on the end of that. It has often felt as if the little number 8 has played this game by herself at times. He's maybe a little bit guilty of holding on to the ball a little too much, but that's understandable when you can produce what she can.
Yeah, I think it is, especially in a cup final, and nobody's going to begrudge her that on her team. She's the outstanding player of the side, and they want to win a cup final. This is her moment to shine.
Yeah, she's been a real talisman for this team.
There'll be other times where she'll learn, to have all those skills of when to release the ball, how to draw 2 or 3 players in and then quickly release the ball to somebody in space and all the rest of it. But right now, developing very, very well, and superb performance from her.
This is Izzy Fawcett making her way on. And here we go, Jess Park again. And it goes through for a goal kick.
Yep.
Kelly couldn't quite get on the end of that. Got just shy of 10 minutes left in this one. 7.5 minutes, plus whatever stoppage time the officials decide to add on. It's very nicely done by Jadic, who's been one of the bright lights of Heathside's performance, that's for sure.
Oh, she has. Yeah.
Oxley, pressured by Popper. Tidy. You can just see the confidence flowing through the midfielders in particular.
Yeah.
Here comes Evie Brannigan surging down the left, which we said all afternoon how she does the simple things well. All of a sudden she can take on the more ambitious things as well. It's amazing what confidence can do in a game of football, John. It's such a mental game, especially at this sort of level.
Well, just individually and as a team, you know, confidence is just everything. People sort of say, why are people going through bad spells? Why are they going through good spells? It's almost always simply to do with confidence. Lifts your game by 10%, or it can destroy by dropping it 10, 15%. It makes all the difference.
Here's Kelly battling away up front for South Hunsley. Didn't quite get what she was after though, as defending well there was Jess Dawson. That's a fine challenge by Ellen McClellan.
She's done a sterling job in there, hasn't she?
Yeah, she really has.
Not for a minute has she allowed herself to just drop her standards. Kept on, battling, pushing on, driving a team on.
It's really taken down the line, it's hooked away. And breaking through here is Popper. Breaks for Jadic, that's a tidy little ball. Greg on the far side, Ellie Bentley working hard to get back. And she's nearly wiped out. Keeps her feet really well and bursts through the middle. Terrific little run from Ellie Bentley. Adam clears, Bentley again in the way. She's everywhere at the moment. And how about that for a first touch from Park? Looked to burst through the centre. And well defended by the skipper, Ellen Monday. Jess Dawson continuing to battle. And with just under 5 minutes remaining, John, we're going to ask you to pick your player of the match.
No, I think she's been the outstanding player today. I think there's no surprise to anybody watching the game or here at Pride Park watching. It is certainly the pride of Pride Park from South Hunsley's point of view. It is number 8, Jess Park. 3 goals, hat-trick. Fantastic performance. So player of the match, certainly Jess Park, without a shadow of doubt. Here she is, outstanding display.
Swings it across again, looking to get it on the end of it. It was Ace Kelly, but well defended by the goalkeeper on that occasion. She's been superb. The real difference maker in this game. 3 goals and an assist. Let's take a look at her influence. Here's number 1.
That was a really clever little short corner. Bang, this was going past 3, 4, 5 players. Absolutely brilliant, and this is the poacher's instinct, getting on the end of a mistake from the keeper. You know, she really has had everything: drive, ambition, skill, goals, made the difference when it really mattered. And that one wasn't a difficult decision for me.
No, unlike the previous game. You could have picked anyone from 22. I don't think
Okay, but I don't want to bring the subject up again. Why have I done that to myself?
You'll sleep uneasily tonight, I'm sure, John. It's a throw into Heathside, who, to their credit, haven't given up. They've continued to play. Has obviously been the standout in Jess Park, but there has been some good performances all over the pitch from both sides, it has to be said.
Yeah, there has.
Alan McClellan and Anna-Maria Jadic, in particular in the midfield for Heathside, have had good games.
Yeah.
And for South Hunsley in particular, as McClellan strikes one, just skews wide. But for South Hunsley in particular, defensively, they've been so solid.
They have. Millie Chilcott did well. She's had an excellent game, as they all have at the back defensively.
Header won by Hutton. And go straight back to the goalkeeper, Georgia Cook. What a touch that is from Tilly Oxley. Releases the player down the left as well. This is Jess Dawson looking to get the legs working. Wins a team a throw. Couple of minutes to go in this final, and the result, in truth, has been known for the best part of 20 minutes. 3 goals in quick succession.
Yeah, they've had time to plan the celebrations, haven't they, down there, surely?
I'm sure the crowd have been thinking of something. They've been passionately supported down on the sidelines.
Had brilliant support here all day. Superb atmosphere.
Dawson finds Brannigan. Hallam is there with the clearance for Heathside. That's Amy Gregg. Over the head of Brannigan. First mistake she's really made all game. Misses that tackle as well. That's Hutton, and what a challenge that is by Millie Chilcott. It's just said, John, how she's been terrific.
Yeah.
And even in the final minute, when a team has comfortably won the game, she's pulling out a tackle like that.
Look, she's running out, taking the back 4 out. Here's
And
a
here
chance.
comes Jess Park. Could it be 4? Could it be the icing on the cake? It is. That just rounds it all off for South Hunsley. It's 5 at Pride Park. It's 4 for Jess Park. Beautifully finished with the confidence of a true marksman. Just waited for the keeper to commit. Slotted it to the other side.
Well, I was just about to say, you know, making a tackle like that for Millie Chilcott is as good a feeling as scoring sometimes as a defender. So it's almost like, you know, it led to the goal. She's had a fantastic game, but take nothing away from Jess Park. That was superb to break through. Lovely pass to find her. Opened up the defence. And I think finished off this game in emphatic style, in the manner in which it really does justify it. But what a great tackle that was.
Yeah, it certainly was. Millie Chilcott been particularly impressive. It's strange almost in a 5-1 win that we're picking out a centre-back's performance, but she really has been that good. Good to see Hutton also in the competitive spirit. Here it is, John, talk us through it.
Well, it is worth seeing. You look at this ground she's got to make up. She's only got the eyes on the ball and plays the ball perfectly. The timing of that tackle, the commitment, knows her mate's been beaten. And then I think just indication of how well they've defended, how well they've worked as a team, and how much they'll really enjoy sharing in this success.
Yeah, it really was the perfect challenge, wasn't it? Executed flawlessly. Stunning turn as well from Jess Park, who's just been allowed to float and play where she likes. That's another good ball, taken well by Ace Kelly. Can she get the shot away? Not quite.
Not quite. What a great touch it was in the first place. Found well by Jess Park. Lovely ball into the middle.
Can Heathside end their game with a flourish? Not quite from Amy Gregg. Ellie Bentley forward. McClellan beaten to it by Ace Kelly. Park with the skill to get through the legs. Couldn't quite beat the second defender. That's great play from Brannigan as well, but cut out by Popper.
Well,
now Hutton can have space to run into. Chased down by Dawson. Hutton finds a player, and McClellan beaten to it by Kelly. That's Hallam down the line, and that will squeeze out of play. We have got time for one more substitution, it looks like. Tabitha Wood is going to end the game on the field. And a little bit of an ovation for Fifi Brannigan, who has had such a good game. And it's good to see her efforts appreciated by her teammates. And she had it getting to the ball first. into the final throes of this one. A result which has been known for quite a while, but a performance that's been excellent from South Hunsley.
She's had a really good game, Jadic.
And there we go. Josh Smith blows full time, and South Hunsley are champions. They win the Under-15 Schools Cup for girls. And what a phenomenal performance from the ladies in white. In particular, that player right there, Jess Park, 4 goals and an assist in a stunning player of the match performance. 5-1 does belie the game a little bit. It was far closer than that for long stretches. Indeed, Heathside equalised at the start of the second half, and it wasn't until 3 quick goals in succession, around about 10 minutes later, was the game swung. But a lovely moment for South Hunsley School, who triumphed in the Under-15 Schools Cup.
That's a great moment for them, fully deserved. Great team performance, great individual performance at the heart of that. Jess Park, the captain, leading them as they go into a huddle just to reflect on the game. Fantastic moment, and certainly Heathside played their part.
A lovely moment there, a little insight into the huddle. That's the coach, Jenny Lee, allowing her team to indulge themselves in the celebrations, and well they might. They have certainly deserved it.
Yeah, a lovely moment. Commiserations for the runners-up. And this was the turning point for me. She'd shown glimpses of why she was so dynamic in the game, and then really an emphatic start from that short corner. Just Heathside caught napping here. They think it's all right, they've showed up, but then that burst of speed and energy that we go on to see in the game as it goes on more and more. And that's a tight angle. To beat the keeper at the near post, okay, could argue about that, but it was just the way in which she was so confident. But Heathside struck back in the second half. Lovely moment. A little bit controversial, takes it off the foot of Eve Calder, but Madison Hutton knocks it in the back of the net. Thank goodness she did. She'd have been in trouble with her teammate if she hadn't.
I think she was anyway, to be honest
Well,
with
she
you.
was anyway, exactly.
But a lovely goal nevertheless. And as we mentioned just then, it was a very, very close game. Heathside were well on top at this point until this moment here where Jess Park took it upon herself, beat 3, beat 4, and then beat the goalkeeper from fully 25 yards. A stunning goal from Jess Park, which came at the time very against the run of play and completely changed the face of the game.
Yeah, it was. And you saw from that moment on how their heads went up, Heathside's went down. They just ran out of steam and felt that the game was ebbing away from them and weren't able to really respond. This was a mistake from the keeper, poor clearance. Fairly significant. It was a hat-trick for Jess Park. Fully deserved. Cruel, I suppose, on Rian Murad, the goalkeeper.
But that was the goal which really did separate the two sides. 2 goals at that point looked very difficult to come back from. And then, all of a sudden, it was 4 as Abby Hasty, who worked so hard, got in on the act. It was a great ball from Jess Park, but take a look at the quality here, John.
Yeah, it was a brilliant touch, and then a great turn inside the defender to get it onto a strong foot. Keeper couldn't do anything about it, but just there. Excellent play. Fine, outstanding performance from the team. And may well they celebrate down there and enjoy this special moment.
And there was still time for one more. Set through cleanly. And so composed was Jess Park to really put the icing on the cake.
Well, it was a real top talented players finish that. Just waiting for the keeper to commit themselves. And you know that she's got a bright future, that girl. Knows what the game's about. Knows where the goal is, clearly.
That's for sure. Knows how to celebrate as well. She had plenty of practice today, Jess Park, and it will be she who lifts the trophy in a few minutes' time. We will hand you over to the presentation party. But from me and John today, we'd just like to thank you all for watching. We've had some phenomenal success on this day, not just on the pitch with some truly magnificent matches, but also in terms of audience as well. So if you are one of the 25,000 plus people watching today, PlayStation Schools Cup record, we'd like to thank you for joining us. We will see you again tomorrow. We can't wait already, John.
Can't wait for the next 2 days. So thanks all for watching, and safe journey home to all these teams.
Yeah, we'll
Thanks
see
for
you.
watching.
Thank you, John. We'll see you bright and breezy in the morning. If it's anything like today, it should be a belter. Have a good evening.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, before we do this, please give a massive round of applause to both Heathside School and South Hunsley.
So joined pitch side here by Kirsty Eglon, and not quite the result you're after today, Kirsty, but plenty to be proud of.
So much to be proud of. I mean, the girls, they fought so hard right up until that final whistle. Every single player that came onto that pitch today gave it everything they had, and do you know what? We are, as a school and as a county, so proud of what they've achieved. We really are.
It's been a tremendous season for you guys to get to this position, of course, on a big stage, plenty of your friends and schoolmates supporting you.
Yeah.
What's the whole day been like?
The whole day has been absolutely amazing. The atmosphere, it's been such a good experience for the girls, and they've learned so much from the whole process, not just about football, but what it means to be a team, support each other, and the main thing for me is that they've enjoyed every second of it. So a really wonderful season. I'm so proud of them.
And plenty to look forward to next year then.
Can't wait for next season now. I think regroup and keep them together, and we'll be back next year.
Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you
Congrats
so
on a great
much.
season.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye-bye.
So I'm with Jenny Lee, coach of South Hunsley. What an incredible day for you guys. A fantastic win in the final by quite a margin. Just talk me through your feelings.
I'm a little bit lost for words at the moment. At 1-0, it was quite a very tight game. I think they came out very strong. They had a few big girls. My squad's quite small and fragile, so at half-time we just kind of had to G them up a little bit and tell them, obviously, big 40 minutes, keep going. And to concede quite early on in the second half was a little bit of a sucker punch, really, but they just showed the true grit and determination that they've got. Went back out, obviously a little bit of magic, got that goal we needed, and I think we started to settle a little bit, and it's a, oh my God! Thanks for that.
Second time that's happened today. Not a huge surprise.
My last game in charge for him, so I think they're a little bit trying to get revenge on me now.
Well, that's some way to go out. You mentioned it was a tough start to the second half. Obviously they equalised,
Yeah.
but 3 goals in a matter of moments instantly turned the game and ultimately won it for you. Bit of moments of magic. We've got to talk about the performance of Jess Park. Absolutely stunning performance.
Yeah, she's obviously one of a kind. She did it 2 years ago when we won the National Cup with the same squad. She steps up when we needed to. We're unlucky, obviously, to go concede, but then she kind of grew into herself, saw the ball, saw the opportunity and took it. So it's times like that when you realise how good she actually is, because they had a very strong team and they were putting 2 or 3 players on her, and she shined like a star that she is, and she'll make it one day because of that huge determination that she's got.
And you mentioned this is your last time with these girls. What a perfect way to go out. It couldn't have ended better for you.
Yeah, unfortunately I'm leaving the school in the summer, so it's kind of a nice send-off for me. Won the cup twice with them now, so I don't think many teachers will be able to say that. So it is a very big thing for me. I'll miss the girls, and it's a great squad that they've got. I hope they go and do it next year for me.
Well, we wish them all the best. We wish you all the best as well. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.